Hello students, this is your social sir Santosh sir, and today we will start our lesson number 2.1, that is our soils. As you all know about soil and where it used and is useful to human being as well as to the humankind and for whole earth. Before starting the chapter, let's go through some points which tells about soil to us. The top layer of the earth's surface is called the soil. We have many kinds of soil in India, like alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, desert soil, forest soil, like this. And every type of soil has different use. Soil and its formation. The top layer of the earth's surface is called the soil. It is generally quite soft. It is in this layer that plants and trees grow. The formation of soil is a very slow process. It takes nature thousands of years to make 1 centimeter thick layer of soil. Soil is formed when rocks are broken into small particles by the action of rivers, streams, rains, and winds. At some places, the soil is quite thick. At other places, it is not so thick. If the soil particles are very fine, it is called clay. If there are a little coarse, it is called silt. If they are very coarse, it is called sand. A good soil is a mixture of all this and the rotted remains of plants called humus. To know what type a particular soil is, take a little sample of that soil, put this sample into a jar of water, shake the jar well for some time. When you stop shaking, the heavier particles will sink to the bottom and the soil will separate into its different layer as shown here. Now you can roughly calculate how much sand, clay and silt there is in the soil. The Indian soil. India is a large country, we all know, and we also know that India has a variety of soils and it differs from place to place and region to region. Like here we got 5 main groups which is divided into different types of soil. Number 1, alluvial soil. This soil is made up of fine silt brought down by rivers. It is found in the plains of northern India. It is also found in the deltas of rivers and peninsular India. Rivers carry large amount of alluvial soil with them and deposit it on their banks. This soil is very fertile. It is especially useful for growing such crops as rice, wheat, jute and sugarcane. When come to black soil, this soil is formed from the rocks that have been made by lava. Lava is not liquid. It's a hot liquid that comes out of a volcano. Below the earth's surface, it is extremely hot and the rocks get melted. They form a lava which flow out from the mouth of a volcano. When this lava cools down, it becomes hard rock. It is from such rocks that black soil is formed. This soil is very good for the growing cotton and sugarcane. It is found in Gujarat and Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka and parts of Andhra and Telangana also. When come to red soil, the soil is most part of the Deccan Plateau is of red color. It contains oxides of iron. It is good for such crops as maize, jowar, bajra and oilseeds. Most red soils are made of laterite sorts. Laterite rocks are red in color and have in them high content of iron oxide and little of silica. There are many kinds of red soil in the Deccan Plateau. The soil in the coastal plain is good for growing rice and sugarcane. These plains are irrigated by river canals. The soil in the hilly parts of Deccan is very coarse. It contains gravel and pieces of stone. It is good for growing fruits, cuts. Come to sandy soil. The desert of Rajasthan has sandy soil. Some part of Punjab and Haryana also have sandy soil. This soil is not fertile. However, if irrigated, it can be used to grow dates, fruits, wheat and cotton. Sometimes in sandy soil we can produce ginger, potato, but it different says according to the climate that it will work or not. Forest soil. This soil is quite fertile. It has the rotten remain of plants. All the forest region of India have this soil. It is good for growing fruits, tea, coffee, rubber and species. Thus we see that India has a large variety of soil. This is why almost all kinds of crops are grown in our country. The fertility of the soil needs to be maintained to get good crops. This can be done by the use of manures and other fertiles. As we know, in India we produce all types of crops due to this soil. So we have to maintain the soil before getting it eroded. As we are cutting the plants in high quantity, the soil is getting affected. Come to soil erosion. The worst thing that can destroy the fertility of the soil is soil erosion. When there are heavy rains or strong winds, layers of valuable soil are washed away or blown away. It happens most where forests and trees have been cut down. In order to prevent these trees should not be cut down thoughtlessly. The roots of trees hold the soil together and save it from erosion. Thus, the growing of trees is the best way to conserve soil. Grass, shrubs, and trees should be grown on the slopes of hills. Small mounds should be made around the field. The slopes of hills are suitable for terraced farming. If we want to do a good cropping in the field, then we have to make small barns which control the soil, and we don't have to cut the trees. We have to stop the cutting of trees because these trees is very helpful for soil because the roots of the trees hold it tightly and give the proteins and the content which a plant requires for the fruits. So children, in this way we have completed the explanation of lesson number 2.1. In our next class you will get the question and answers related to this chapter. If you got any type of doubts, you can ask through email. Thank you.